bridge sort of what's happening in the Innovation District and the Edney building and what's happening to the sort of Chattanooga community at large. We're really thrilled to be working with the STEM students. I'm personally very excited about seeing their designs, and hopefully we'll be able to incorporate them into the ultimate design of the space, which is a really excellent opportunity for student participation and execution. Anyway, I'd like to thank Jeff and PEF, and everybody at the Edney, all of the STEM students, and Ken Kranz for sort of linking us, and Ann Coulter, obviously I'm here representing her. So here's Ken Kranz.
Arlette, and I'm just going to do a quick introduction here for our students. Really excited to have everyone here today. Fantastic that this is Startup Week. Startup Week embodies the same spirits that we're trying to cultivate at the STEM school. And so these students have been working actually for about 7 weeks, so it's really been a pretty short amount of time to come up with design ideas for the innovation space. So this is their opportunity to showcase the hard work that they've been doing. What we ask of our audience here today is that you engage with the students, have questions for them, pepper them with things that you weren't quite clear about. We want them to get good feedback today on how to improve as well. So without further ado, we have 4 teams. And so the first team, I'll let them introduce themselves. Thank you all for being here.
Okay, that's good. Our initial plan was to have a retractable stage that could be put away and used for storage when it isn't in use. But we decided that having a flat stage would be best because it wouldn't use that extra space when it is in use. The stage would be a center for presentations, educational events, small concerts, or even just as an extra seating and eating area. When the stage isn't in use, it would work well for extra tables where the people of Chattanooga could just sit under the Edison light bulbs that we have placed above the stage. To incorporate the feel of creativity, we really wanted to include Edison light bulbs because a main theme that we had when developing our design ideas was include the old Chattanooga and the new Chattanooga, blend them together to define the stage as a space itself. And We also have 2 community galleries where local artists can show their designs, and we also have 2 seating areas that we named the Chattanooga Chat Room. And we placed everything specifically, all of our main ideas, so that they would be visible through the side and the entrance windows. This would allow people that pass by to be able to see the events taking place inside of the innovation space.
So one thing that both our shareholders and the community wanted was for the space to feel uniquely Chattanoogan. So we try to carry this throughout the space, and it's especially present in some of our feature pieces. So after interviewing the community about what they would want most in a community area, we were surprised by their answer. They said what they wanted more than anything in a community gathering place was comfortable seating. So to accommodate this, we made a Walnut Street Bridge inspired bench. And, communication is important in any space, and we created a Tennessee Aquarium chalkboard calendar, which can communicate to the community dates and what's going on in the area, and it's also a place where they can schedule their own events. And the purpose as the Edney Innovation Center is to be a space where a diverse population of Chattanoogans can come together and learn and share ideas, even children. So to attract the youngest members of our community, we incorporated some swing chairs into our design. Now these are like your basic playground swings that hang from the ceiling, except they're tethered to the ground to preserve the safety of the space and the surrounding people. Have gallery walls throughout the area, and the purpose of these is to for people in the community to be able to submit art and pictures of projects they've been working on in the community, and so people will know what's going on in their community, and they have the opportunity to collaborate and network with like-minded people. And finally, we have our Chattanooga Chat Room. So, coming from a STEM school, we do a whole lot of group work and collaboration. So we thought about what we would want in a collaboration area, and we made this area into kind of the collaboration hub of the design. So we have multiple seating areas like facing each other. So there's a good opportunities to work and talk with each other. Tabitha?
Now on to our evolution of our design. Like any design process, our process started with us making and drawing our rough ideas onto whiteboards that later stemmed out, and we actually changed according to the purpose and the space of our feature. For an example, our stage at first was going to be a glass stage because we thought that was the most formal, but it wasn't the most space effective. So to get it that way, we decided to make the stage retractable. But to make a stage retractable, you have to make it majority out of plastic. But plastic isn't the look we wanted. So we wanted something a little more professional looking. So we changed the stage to a flat stage. Now a flat stage can be used for formal and non-formal events. And when it's not in use, it's not taking up any space. Throughout our project, we learned a lot of helpful skills that we could use again if the opportunity ever presents itself. We learned to use 3D programs like SketchUp, which is how we got our initial design into our 3D design that shows the different dimensions and some of the particular art that we're going to be using in our gallery. We also learned how to maximize small spaces, how to balance our shareholders and our community wants and needs, how to mix in materials, and overall how to be more collaborative with each other. Now I'm going to pass it on to Bree, and she's going to talk about how we met our design question.
When we began this project, we had one question in mind, and it was how might we create a space and a design for the Edney Innovation Space that would fit the needs of our stakeholders and the wants of our community, while also taking advantage of the space provided. And overall, we created a design that met the needs of our stakeholders and the wants of our communities by creating a unique and multifunctional space that incorporates the comfort and collaboration-centered design that the community desired, and also taking advantage and maximizing the space that we're provided with. And we want the Edney Innovation Space to be a place for all people, whether it is a kid with bright ideas or a business presenting their latest prototype. The Edney Innovation Space is the place to be. Any questions?
So we mainly interviewed people at STEM school and on Chat State campus because that was nearby, but we also interviewed like a few of the adults we knew, like teachers at the school and stuff. So
Well, we didn't want to have any excessive space like we had for the retractable stage, and we were going to use that for storage, but if it wasn't being used, it would also take up most of the space inside of the innovation space. Flat stage would just allow for that extra space, even if it is or if it isn't being used.
Well, sort of like, okay, so the old Chattanooga, it's now it's kind of modern and we have new buildings and everything downtown. Downtown is a popular area now, but it wasn't. So we just wanted to create like a wood, just something more, a little more modern materials, just to show off how Chattanooga has become the Chattanooga we know of now.
The one thing we really wanted to include was the Chattanooga landmark, sort of. We did want to have a chalkboard so that the whole community could see future events or if they wanted to place their own events. And we wanted to make it as a Chattanooga landmark. So we placed the Chattanooga Aquarium and kind of incorporated that. And also since the community really wanted comfortable seating, we really wanted to, again, have a Chattanooga landmark, and we created it into the Walnut Street Bridge. And that's basically the one thing we really have in there.
My group and I were tasked with creating a design for floor 1 of the Edney Innovation Center. When coming up with our ideas, we asked ourselves, how might we create an innovative and interchangeable space within the Edney Innovation Center that is accessible and that benefits our community while promoting collaboration between diverse individuals? Hi, my name is Kalina.
I'm Lake.
And I'm Jordan.
And we would like to thank you for being here so that you may listen to our ideas. Now, the 3 things that we knew were most important when coming up with ideas were these. It needed to be interchangeable, which meant that it needed to be reconfigurable and able to move around the floor 1. It needed to be innovative, which meant it needed to be a creative addition to the Edney Center, and it needed to be unique, which meant that it couldn't be the same as anything else within the Edney Center, and it couldn't be the same as anything else within the Innovation District. Now, Lake is going to explain our next concept.
So our first design concept that we came up with was a dual stairway and ramp, and this would be located where the current stairway is, and the ramp would just extend off to the right. And we thought this would be a great addition to the Edney Center because it makes it accessible to those who are handicapped, and we thought that would make it more appealing to those in the community who do have a handicap. And to make it more appealing to the eye, you don't want to just look up and see a big blocky staircase and ramp. We included we included a podium right here, and on the bottom of this podium would be open so that you can include all the storage stuff like the microphone and everything you need for the podium. And around this, these are actually beanbag chairs. We thought comfortable seating as well is a great idea. And we thought it would make a more comfortable and like formal or informal environment for people wanting to do like poetry slams and just idea pitches to get feedback. Now Jordan will explain our next design concept.
Thank you, Lake. All right, so here we have our lounge. It's upstairs and a downstairs. As Lake said, these little red dots are going to be beanbags to make it a more comfortable environment. In the middle, we're going to have a charging station with different product charging, like Apple, Android, and different laptops. And downstairs, we're going to have, upstairs and downstairs are connected by a black spiral staircase. Downstairs, we're going to have Legos on a table. Legos, we're going to have building blocks and other various building materials. It's great for all ages. It's good for adults to show their designs on a smaller scale. And now Lake will show you our next concept.
Yeah. Now, our next design concept was this stage. We knew that the Edney Center absolutely needed a stage within the floor 1, but we wanted this to be one of the interchangeable features of our room. And so not only does it work as a stage, it's also a table. And the way that works is as this table actually these seats actually make up the sides of the stage, and then with a handle in the back, you pull it out, and it's a table, a collaborative table. Now, Lake is going to explain our next concept.
So one of our favorite ideas that comes mostly from STEM, which is collaboration tables, is to make an expandable table. And we got this idea from this video. As you can see here, it's how it works. And in STEM, we have these whiteboard tables that we use in our Fab Lab. We actually created all of our designs on these tables before putting them online. And so instead of having a wooden top, we'd have a whiteboard top. And this promotes collaboration. It's easy to jot down notes, create small design ideas, and other things like that. And it's also great for conserving space because you can, as you can see, they expand and they contract, so you can make it smaller or bigger. And we thought this would just be a really great addition. For the location of everything, this black line right here is going to be like the line for the lounge area. It would be located between the big window that y'all said you wanted to extend it down to the floor level almost, and the first of the 3 doors on the left. And the staircase would be way up there, right where that podium is. There's like a big block in the middle of the room, and it would extend by it. And then the table stage is right here in front of the window, and all of these can be moved. They are on wheels, so it doesn't matter where you want them in the room. This is just where we thought would be best. Our extendable tables would be right here. There are going to be 4 of them, and we put the podium and staircase right here. This is where the current staircase is located, and we decided to just extend the ramp out this way so it hits the side of the kitchen. And we left this space on the top right open just in case you wanted to move a beanbag or two or one of the tables over and have a more private area to do your work.
We would like to thank our sponsors for giving us this wonderful opportunity that not only gave us a different perspective, but also enhanced our design skills.
We'd really love it if our sponsors would incorporate at least one of our ideas into the Edney Innovation Center. We worked really hard on this, and we love a lot of them, and we'd really like it.
You'll see our measurement scale designs or measurements on the display board right here after the presentation. Thank you for your time and attention.
Okay, any questions?
We did talk to friends and family a lot. A lot of it came from our own personal experience and what we would want in a center like this. We did talk to some friends, but we didn't actually go out in the community and get input. We figured since we are Chattanoogan's and stuff, we would kind of know what we wanted to have.
Yes. Yes, they will be able to expand, except the wooden top would be a whiteboard. This is it's a concept, you know. Oh. Thank you.
Hey, good morning, guys. My name is Alex Zukowski. This is Austin Gray, and that is Noah Sawyer. And today we'd like to give you guys an overview on our ideas for Edney Center.
Okay, so first we want to go over the necessities that we think should be on the floor one of the Edney Center. First, we think it should be unique. We also believe that it should be proactive, accessible, educational, innovative. We're going to go over the problems that we had with our original design compared to our design now that we have. So basically, we wanted modular seating because you don't know where I'm going to sit depending on who you want to work with, or if you want to watch the stage, or if you want to sit in a quiet corner and work with different projects that you know. So depending on that, we wanted seating to be basically across the room. You can move your chairs. Also, we needed storage because the media overhang was very.
We have a large. How they set it up was they had the stage.